the impact of typhoons in the Philippines.
Tropical cyclones, also known as typhoons or hurricanes, are among the most violent weather events, causing high cost and losses in any area of the Philippines. The Philippines is one of the most typhoon-impacted countries globally, with about 20 tropical cyclones traversing the country's area of responsibility each year. On 16 of December 2021, Super Typhoon Rai, locally known as Odette, made its landfall in the Philippines, bringing torrential rains, violent winds, floods, and storm surges to the Visayas and Mindanao Islands. Philippines Super Typhoon 2021 Super Typhoon Odette left thousands of families homeless, reversing some significant economic and social progress that the Philippine government has made from its COVID-19 recovery. It has caused widespread damages to houses, public infrastructure, and power and telecommunication services in over 7 provinces across the Philippines. 8 years after Super Typhoon Haiyan, locally known as Yolanda, the most destructive storm to hit the Philippines, Super Typhoon Rai, locally known as Odette, brought similar torrential rains, violent winds, mudslide, floods, and storm surges to central parts of the Philippines, leaving a wide path of destruction and debris in its wake. While not as powerful as Haiyan, Rai damages houses, infrastructure, and livelihoods on a comparable scale. It struck as people across the Philippines were already coping with increasing poverty, unemployment, and a rollback on development gains following 2 years of the pandemic. Their resources are now depleted and local coping capacities are severely strained. One bright spot amidst Rai destruction was the significantly lower number of casualties, which is thanks to preemptive measures undertaken by communities and governments. Wind and water account for the two most destructive forces associated with typhoons. Typhoons affect buildings and other structures in two ways: through direct force and through projectiles. Direct force occurs when a wind gust slams directly into a building or structure and causes physical damage, such as when wind blows the roof of a home. Wind also inflicts damage by picking up and launching tree branches, building materials, and other debris into structures. The heavy and persistent rainfall and coastal storm surges that typhoon brings can also have devastating effect. In addition to making homes uninhabitable, the flooding associated with typhoons can cripple rescue and aid efforts by making roads impassable. The impacts of typhoon extend to the natural environment. Of course, the storm may damage or destroy trees and other vegetation, including crops that communities may rely on for sustenance of trade or food. Strong winds can snap branches, detach and injure leaves, flowers, fruits and seeds, and uproot trees and plants. Flooding can oversaturate soils, drown vegetation, or kill plant life via salt spray on the saltwater intrusion produced by the storm surges. It's important to note that the native ecosystem in typhoon-prone areas have adapted with these disturbances, which may be important influences on plant succession, and that typhoon winds, floods, waters may in some cases also help disperse tree seeds and seedlings. The destructive forces of typhoon also impact and sometimes take the lives of both humans and animals. While this can occur directly as when flying debris or collapsing structures injure or kill people, a silent killer of sort is the lack of available resources and infrastructure that may follow typhoon landfall. Flooding from typhoon may destroy food stocks and supplies and spread many diseases. In communities cut off by typhoons, individuals may not be able to get the medical attention they so desperately need, and starvation becomes a big risk as well. The Philippines straddles the typhoon belt, an area in the western Pacific Ocean where nearly one-third of the world's tropical cyclone form. This area is not only the most active in the world, but also has the most intense storm globally. Approximately 19 typhoons enter the Philippines each year, and 6 to 9 make landfall annually. Of the islands that make up the Philippines, northern Luzon and eastern Visayas are most commonly affected. Quezana and Meleni affected areas in the centre and south of the Luzon Islands, whereas Parma struck northern Luzon. Typhoon Quezana struck on September 26, 2009, making landfall on the border between Aurora and Quezon Province and moved over Metro Manila. A state of calamity was declared in Metro Manila and 25 other provinces. More than 400 people died, many from severe flooding and landslide.
Thanks for watching.